she is. All right, guys. So today we're going to be going for a test drive on a 1964 Chevy Nova. Here at Maple Motors, we like to take them down the road, point out chips, scratches, flaws, anything we can find. Check out maplemotors.com. If you're into classic American muscle cars, we sell them every day. We get about 50 to 60 cars a month. And every Monday we update with new inventory. Of course, I like taking these things down the road. Anything that I see, you'll know about by the end of the video. We'll walk around, look at the paint job up close and personal, check the interior out, and listen to the motor again. As far as the motor on this one, looks like we got a 305, big cam, no power steering, power brakes, aluminum radiator. Pretty quiet. This one here should be a good driver. We're gonna go check it out. Be sure to hit subscribe, share, hit like. I have financing and shipping available for you, and there is 100 detailed pictures of this car and everything on the lot here at maplemotors.com. For now, sit back, relax. It's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Before we take off, we'll look around the interior. Go ahead and place your bets. Do you think the horn works? It's a little game we like to play on the channel here. A nice shifter coming out of the floor. Like a hearse setup. The dash on this one is in pretty good shape. It's nice and clean. Aftermarket gauges here. The miles are zeroed out. Can't stand behind that. Got a few switches on the dash we'll be messing around with, seeing what they do. This is the first time I've actually been in or driven this car, so I do that with you on purpose. That way we get the real test drive here. Across the package tray, looks nice and clean. Headliner needs to be redone. There's not a headliner. You can tell they put a new light, new chrome mirror, but it needs a headliner. Let's go ahead and start it up. Starts up pretty good. Oil pressure gauge is working. Looks like volts are hooked up. Gas gauge looks to be hooked up to me. Water temperature is right around 180. Let's try the wipers. They work. Turn signals popping up on the dash on both sides. Radio not cutting on this one. Switches, I'm not 100% sure what they're wired to. This one looks to be wired to the MSD there. We'll check, see if the electric fan cuts on and off. See if there is one. Okay. Looks like a light up under the dash here. See if it cuts off when I shut the door. It doesn't. So I guess that light stays on. Let me see what this button does. Oh, there's a button right here. Turns the light on and off. That's pretty nice. Okay. All right, guys. Pat, what are you doing? He's putting a tag on the front of it. All right, we're gonna hit the road, see how she runs and drives. Let's scare him. They don't care. Okay, everything's warmed up. We're getting ready to take off here. Seatbelt wise, we don't have any in this car. Pretty good cam. It sounds good. All right. Anything I see, I will let you know. That's exactly why I do these test drive videos for you. We want you to know what you're getting before you get here. A pretty good update this week. Check our brakes. We're stopping. Gas pedal has came off there. It's got some oil behind it. I'm just going to use the nub. Speedometer's not coming up on the dash. a right pull. Definitely got a right pull on the front end there. See it pulling me off the road. Brakes, golly, they're stopping fast. Brakes are great. They didn't hook the kick down up on this one. Brakes again, they're feeling good. Let's see if we can shift down. I think it's just drive on this one. Yep. Suspension, got a little bit of bump going on here. I do believe the gas gauge is working. It's coming right off full, 3/4, and I don't think we'll have to stop and get fuel today. Not in this car. She's definitely got some pickup. What we're going to do next, I'm going to lay some cameras on the ground, put some lights under here. We're going to look at the undercarriage. I'm also going to drive by the camera a few times, give you an outside shot perspective, what it sounds like passing by. We'll get some overhead stuff, and then when I get back to the lot, we're also going to do more test driving. But when I get back to the lot, I'll do picking out the flaws. Walk around checking the paint out. So stick around, look below in the description for all the stuff they use to make these videos. I'll be right back. Getting ready to head out of here. Engine temperature is at 165. Oil pressure is at 35. I mentioned in the walk around video that there was a little bit of antifreeze dripping out of the overflow. There is no overflow jug to catch that. And Pat, when we get every car in at Maple Motors, probably noticed it in multiple videos, he'll fill the radiator all the way up, and then it has to push out until it levels out. It's just what he does. I tell him not to do it, but you know, he wants it full. So let's go ahead and take off. We'll head on back to the lot. Yeah, I couldn't get it to go down in the low gear. Oh wait, did I just get it to go? Yep, I did. Good deal. We're gonna try that out. So you just don't push the button and it'll slap down into it, apparently. Yeah. One, two, three there too. So on the shifter, it only says low and drive. So I guess you just pull her back. Yep. Good deal. There's your kick down. How are y'all looking on here? Hey, y'all look pretty good. Just noticed one thing about the car that was a little different on the gas gauge. It just dropped to a 1/4 tank. I don't know how true that gauge is reading now. May needed to stop and get some fuel. So to get down in low, you actually got to push the button, but you can slap it back into second out of third. Shift's pretty instant. Put her back into drive here. So we're getting ready to pull back into the lot. Be sure to hit subscribe, stick around for the end where I point out the flaws on the paint job. I want you to see the interior and hear the motor run again. I'll be right back. Thanks, guys. All right, now we're gonna be walking around pointing out any kind of flaws in the paint on this one. It does have a few spots that I've seen just kind of walking around the car, so we're gonna get down to it. Look at the detailed pictures at maplemotors.com. I have finance and shipping. I've opened the trunk and the hood prior to starting this. So let's go ahead and start with the back here. We'll go ahead and open the trunk up and look in here. Looks like they put some Dynamat, and the trunk does stay up. It's just a little bit of wind or something will make her fall down. The spring's not very strong in there, but all that is glued down in the trunk to keep her nice and quiet. Looks like you got some extra fabric. That's the headliner there, so that's good. You already got the material. Looks like they've wired up some nice tail lights and headlights on this car too. I don't know if you noticed that when I walked, or when I drove over the camera. I turned all that on before I patched over. See a little bit of putty right there in the corner. Same with this side. Okay, yeah, your seal around the trunk looks pretty good. Your jambs are solid. Trunk lid itself, solid all the way around all the edges. Coming down with it. It does lock and shut pretty easy. Around this back end. Chrome looks new on the bumpers. You got a little bit of orange peel back here. See some of them little bubbles popping up under it. bad prep work on the paint. There's a lot of that on this car. There's a lot of bad prep work, and I'll show you here in a minute. There's some chips right around the edge. It's like right in the middle here, you got a nice little crack in the trunk lid. Back windows in decent shape, looks pretty good with the trim and the seal all the way around. It's been replaced. Let's go ahead and get down low here. We're gonna go down the lower portions, back to midsection, and on the top. You got a nice little chip right here in the back. Crack in the paint, coming on down. Some dirt there. Nice tires on this car. Weld wheels. Took a little scratch there in the paint. We picked up some dust on that test drive for sure. Chip there. You got some rust popping through. There's some bubbles right here at the bottom. Chip on the edge of the door. Light scratch there. Couple chips here and there. Kind of scattered. Down here at the bottom. People getting in and out of the car, a lot of times they'll kick right there and knock the paint off. See all the little chips here. I'm kind of zooming in on bubbles in the corner of the door. Before we do test drives, Pat fills the radiator completely to the top. This one does not have an overflow bucket. The hottest I've seen this car on this test drive so far is 180, which is fine. But if there's too much antifreeze in it, it'll drip out until it's leveled out. And that happens a lot in my videos because he preps them, checks the oil, and does everything before I start these videos. So yeah, sometimes you'll see a little bit of drippage coming when we don't have an overflow container. Coming back this midsection, orange peel and bad prep work. You can see it running down the fender here. Trying to make it pop out. I mean, you can feel it. It looks like little acne bubbles. The door actually looks pretty good. You got some light scratches here on that edge though. A little bit more of that bubbling going on there up here as well. It's a lot lighter. I don't know if it's gonna pop up on the camera, but I'm telling you about it. It's very subtle. It's just right there on top of the paint. The mirror there looks pretty good. Little light scratches here. Door handle's been replaced. They've tinted the windows. Got some light scuffs on the windows too. Some more what I call chemical peel. It's crazy the amount of sirens you hear in this town every day. Coming on down. Some more of those bubbles back here. I'm trying to zoom in on them. That way you could see them. A little hazy there too, right around it. Back over this top portion here. Bubbles down there. You got some more of that popping up here on top. There's some rust right here in the corner. You see the difference? That's the chemical peel right there, and then that's rust. Okay, looking over the roof here. A little cloudy too. Could use a buff job up here. I can see some oxidation kind of coming through the paint. Front windshield on this one looks pretty good. Your pillar here, you got some bubbles popping up on the corner and the edge. A couple more of the chemical peel, bad prep work right up here. It's pretty much all over the car. It's almost like they had silicone or some kind of oil in the air when they painted this car. A bubble there. They've upgraded the headlights. The grill's nice and new looking. The front bumper's been replaced. Looks like even the turn signals down there have new chrome on them. They've also installed the plate right here. Makes it nice and slick looking. clean up under the hood there. Coming down this side, lower portion first. Tires are in great shape. Coming up over, same thing on this side, all the way down the car. Look at that. Real bad work right there. See how it's like wavy, like an orange? Yeah. Got it up here on the side. Stuff's all over the car. See it all through this area. There's some rust in the corner right there. It's popping out. Coming on down. Little chip here. Up and over the rear, you got a light crack on the paint job there. Around the back here. Flat. I'm actually feeling it. A little flat. Couple bubbles popping up in the back here. Like this midsection, it's flat on the back here. This back panel's a lot better than the front here. It's a little hazy. And then it gets thick right here with that stuff. You can see it. Door handle there is in pretty good shape. A lot of the chrome's been replaced in this car. All the seals look like they've been replaced too. I mean, look around the vent windows. It looks fairly new. Mirrors look good. See that stuff right there below the mirror though. It's like fisheye. It's kind of like if you ever not prep something and spray painted and it come back all bubbly. Yeah. Front window here, pretty good shape. That looks fairly new too. I mean, I'm gonna say since the seal and everything, all the chrome around it, it's been replaced. Your pillar here, rust, popping up under the paint. See the little bubbles popping up there. Looking on the roof here, mostly down in the jam is where all these little bubbles are. Some more of that orange peel. Spot there. And the roof, like I said, it's got oxidation on it. A good buff job probably pull that out though. Top side looks a lot better than the sides of the car when it comes to the orange peel. Chips here. Trunk lid sitting a little high in the corner there. Then we did it. Made it around this car. Now let's go ahead and check the inside out. Get her started up. Listen to the motor. This one took a little bit longer than normal just because of all those little fish eyes. Opening up the door panel, they've replaced it. They've done carpet. They've done seats. They've done the back package tray. They just didn't get to the headliner, which is in the trunk. They've done seals around the doors. Bottom here, it's pretty solid. Pretty good. Jams look good. This little piece here has definitely been replaced. A chip there. Put the Grant steering wheel in it, the shifter, and the aftermarket gauges. Both the pedals fell off during the test drive. I got them right here on the floor. They've got little clips on them. And this one right here just bent out, I guess. Bend it back, put that back on. This one here, it's missing the top piece. Okay. Start her up. She's got a great sound. Switch-wise, I don't know what these two do. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm sure if they actually do anything, but keep looking around. Two electric fans. I'm gonna say that first switch that's got the light on it probably cuts that on and off. Do the relay for it. Motor's nice and quiet. Coming down with a hood, comes down easy, locks. Hood's in great shape. They probably painted that separate because it looks perfect. Alright guys, I appreciate you watching. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, share, hit like, and I'll keep these videos coming your way. That actually helps me out quite a bit. Check out maplemotors.com for the detailed pictures, the finance options, and the shipping options that we have available. I got a new t-shirt coming out. We're going retro with it, but AC Cobra, one of my favorite cars. AC Cobra and the original Maple Motors sign, a little bit cartooned out. So check it out. It'll be coming out here soon. Hopefully I'll already have it up by the time this video's out. So you can find that below in the description under merchandise, or you can go to our main website where we update every Monday with new inventory. Of course, that's under merchandise there. All right, guys. We'll go ahead and hit the road, grab another car, and get some more rides done. See you later. Have a good one.